Hey guys, and welcome to the Max Life. So I want to kick off today showing you something that I got in the mail that I think may interest you guys. So this is Survival Garden Seeds herbal collection, and a lot of you guys have asked me a lot of questions about herbs, and of course I try to get those answers to you as quickly as possible. Sometimes I recommend you go different places to check out answers more detail, but this is the ultimate medicinal herbal collection, and I am so excited about this collection because growing herbs is one of my favorite things to do. I'm going to go over a couple with you just that I whipped out that I know off the top of my head that are amazing herbs to have on hand. Now, a lot of these I do know and I love to use to cook with too, but for medicinal purposes, chamomile is one that I really love. It's really easy to grow and great for stomach issues. Catnip is a good tea to use to help you calm. So if you have any mood swings, anxiety, anything like that, catnip is one of those that will help. Calendula is really good for salves. Peppermint is one that is also really good if your stomach issues. Mullein is one of those good for lungs, respiratory issues. Yarrow is one of those that is, again, really easy to plant, really easy to grow, and stops bleeding. Toothache plant, and this is a very interesting plant. It is very pretty, but it also has a numbing effect, hence it gets its name toothache. The Native American Indians actually used to chew on this for their toothaches. How cool is that? Feverfew, of course, you hear it in the name, will help reduce fever. Echinacea is an amazing immune booster, and fennel is also good for nausea. So those are just a few. There are also lemon, mint, there's also basil, bergamot, oregano, pepper, lavender, lemon balm, marshmallow, mugwort, sage, white sage, borage, stinging nettle, wormwood, purslane, lamb's ear. That's just a couple, y'all. So there's 36 in all. I tried to name the majority of them. I am super excited about this collection, but let me tell you what is the coolest thing about Survival Garden Seeds. So here is marshmallow. I actually have a couple of these plants growing. They have not flowered yet, but marshmallow root actually used to be used to make marshmallows. That's pretty cool, huh? I actually read that in an article a long time ago. But not only does it give you the instructions on the back here, right here is seed saving instructions. So on every single package, you're not only going to get instructions of how to grow, but you're also going to get those seed saving instructions, which in my opinion, survival is the key, right? And if we're constantly at the beck and call of having to buy seeds from someone else always, that's not very beneficial and it's not very sustainable for the consumer. So I think that it is really, really cool that Survival Seeds has this collection. Is just one of their collections. We have several of their seed vaults as well, but knowing that all of the instructions are on the back to do seed keeping, I think is absolutely wonderful. Now, you guys don't forget, we have a discount code too from this company, where if you guys decide to buy from Survival Garden Seeds, find our link, and beside our link will also be the discount code. And I know if y'all are anything like me, I am ready for the winter weather to be out of here so that I can get outside and get my dirt manicure on and start getting some seeds in the ground. It is my absolutely favorite time of year, minus mine and Aiden's allergies, because come the end of February, Aiden and myself will sneeze for a solid 2 months and be all stopped up. It is just something that has always happened to Aiden and myself. Thankfully, I don't think any other kids got my allergies as bad as Aiden did, but we have definitely been cursed with bad allergies, and some of these do help with that. So I am thankful, and I am thankful for that time of year, because after the season of rest, when everything goes dormant in the dead of winter, which I don't like to see, I love the life of spring that just pops out and comes alive. I love to see things bloom and grow. It is just so much beauty in that. And how can someone say there is not a God? Blows my mind when evidence is all around us, even in the things that we cannot control. So yeah, a little bit of Bible talk today, a little bit of everything today. So again, if you're like me and you love these things, y'all be sure to check out our link and be sure to use our discount code where you can get a discount if you purchase these seeds. Now I'm headed over to get my freeze-dried stuff out that I showed y'all just a couple of days ago. That is my kumquats and my key limes, because now it is time for me to get those ground up. I'm going to leave some in powder, but I'm also going to go ahead and put some in capsules, which will give us an amazing boost of vitamin C. If we feel our immunities are getting down, or we're sluggish, or we've been exposed to something, guess what? This is not vitamin C from the lab. This is vitamin C from my backyard. And this is a natural source of vitamin C. So super excited about that. So this is what I'm doing right now, and the ones that I have done have been okay. Anytime I'll get food out of my freeze dryer, always check it to make sure that there's no moisture and that it's super crispy. And you can see how I literally just snapped that and heard a crisp. That means all of the water content is out. Now I really wanted to just come back here to some of these bigger ones, key limes that I had in here, and they are crispy. So I was a little worried about maybe some of these not fully drying out, but they are snapping very well. I'll show you guys what I mean a little bit up closer. Did y'all hear that? So these all appear to be very dry. If food is not dry and you put it in the grinder, it creates a very bad mess. So I was just trying to go through and make sure that all of the food was really nice and dry. I can hear that popping that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these and start grinding these down for my capsules. And while I'm preparing my workspace for this, I wanted to talk to y'all about the Okie Homesteading Expo, which is really what we are geared up for to do next. If you guys say, I don't even know what she's talking about, y'all go over to my playlist and find the video titled the Okie Homesteading Expo, and you guys will be able to watch the video. It will literally give you clips on there that will give you a full idea of what the Okie Homesteading Expo is all about. What the vendor station setup looks like, what the building looks like, the layout. And when I tell you guys that it was very well thought out, I really mean it was very well thought out. Now, what Brandy and Sean did in Hidden Heights. So what they did when they began actually years ago creating this conference for us, for all the people, right? They began to reach out and say, guys, if you've gone to a conference before and you had trouble with this or that, let us know. We want to make this an all-inclusive, just everything great about the conference. Now, you don't really know what obstacles and bumps you're going to run into, obviously, until you get in there. I mean, that's really for anybody. But they really did try to create a space that was comfortable for everybody. There is air conditioner and there is heat on the main big building. So if you get too hot or you get too cold, all you have to do is go inside. The vendor area is very nice and spacious. There's plenty of places to walk around. It's covered, so rain doesn't really matter in the sense of, you know, if it's raining or not, you can go and you can walk around through all of the vendor areas and shop and look and talk to people. But anyway, all of that is over on that video, guys. So if y'all are like, what is she talking about, the Okie Homesteading Expo? Y'all go over and watch our video from last year. It will show you, like I said, the whole building, the layout, the vendors area, where the speakers go. We share kind of our thoughts. But I will say that I do feel like that not only is there so much knowledge there, you build community, you build relationships that last a really long time, and the whole place is just comfortable. It's a very comfortable building. There's no problems. I've never seen any problems with parking. There's plenty of bathrooms, there's plenty of food. It's like, I really feel like everything was thought out very well to keep not only the speakers that are coming in comfortable, but also all of the guests coming in. Obviously, you want to have a facility in a building where everybody feels comfortable. So this is what I'm gonna do. If y'all are curious about the Okie Homesteading Expo, it is in March. I believe it's the 22nd, 23rd, but don't quote me on that. Friday and Saturday, it's a 2-day event. You don't have to attend both events, but Colby and I will both be there speaking. I don't know if I can release the information that we're going to be speaking on yet. I know they're still working on some of those details, but I will tell you this. This is going to be our 3rd year going, and we absolutely love it. But y'all, please go over and watch our video, get some ideas of what it's like. I will also be posting, you guys can find in my description or in the comments, look for the pinned comment. I will leave the link to the Okie Homesteading Expo website where you guys can click on that. You can read information about tickets, times, place. So if you need to know, hey, well, I need to know where the Okie Homesteading Expo is, actually in Pryor, Oklahoma, but it will give you the address. Most of your basic questions can be answered over there on the Okie Homesteading Expo website. So you guys, please be sure to check that out. Even if you're remotely interested in coming to that, it is a wonderful event and I highly recommend it. We have been to several all over the United States and we absolutely love going to the Okie Homesteading Expo. I have I hopefully should have very nice powder here. This is what my kumquats and key limes look like ground up. What I'm going to do with this powder from here on out, now I will not be able to do all of these capsules obviously today, but I have this thing called the capsule machine. I think this was like 14 or 15-ish dollars. Now I have the size 0 for the capsules. This little handy dandy thing, I put all of the capsules into this little machine, the top bottoms and the tops, and then what I will do is start scraping some of the powder that I have into those capsules. I will use this to just kind of press those down. Once I get them like I want it, I take the tops and put those on, and it has a series of little compressions on each side where I press those together. Then I can, voila, pop those out. I believe it's 24 at a time. Yes, so it fills 24 capsules at a time, which is way faster than trying to do this by hand. Ask me how I know, and it's because I've done it before. Now, these are the non-GMO Azure Market empty capsules. It is 100% beef gelatin that I get from Azure, which is where I got this from. The thing on the capsules, I had someone, this was so funny, a couple of weeks ago message me and say, hey, I have the capsule maker and it is not working for me. So I said, did you check your numbers? Does the maker and the capsules have the same number? They were like, no. I was like, well, that's your problem, because these size holes are made for these size capsules, which is a size 0 specifically is what I have today. So that's what I'm going to be making, and it is so much fun knowing that I can make vitamin C from my backyard for the shelf that will last us a really long time, and I don't have to worry about synthetics and lab-made material that I'm having to put into my body. I know exactly where this comes from. So it is kind of unique to be able to do this. Another reason I absolutely love my Harvest Right freeze dryer, yes, it is a pretty penny, and yes, we did spend some time saving up so that we could purchase that. We actually bought a small many years ago, used it because we didn't know if we were going to like it. I didn't know how to work it. I knew absolutely nothing about freeze drying. I actually had someone tell me from another homesteading channel that she didn't like her machine and just was giving me tons of negative information. She was the only person though. I had a couple other people that I knew that said, oh, I love my freeze dryer. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to get a freeze dryer and I'm going to try it. But I went with the small, absolutely loved it. Hands down, it was absolutely wonderful. I've been using it ever since. We decided to sell my freeze dryer. I put it out locally where I live, and literally it sold in no time. And it was only actually a year old, and I asked for what I paid for it and got that. So I basically got my money back for the small, ordered a large, which we saved up for in that time because I knew I wanted a large, and have been using it ever since. Hands down, absolutely love the machine. But I'm off to making these capsules, guys, and we're gonna head out in just a few minutes as well. Watched me pick arugula and kale, and I told you guys that I was going to be making super green capsules. That is these right here. Now I have way more powder than this, so whenever we run out of these, all I have to do is same process, refill my capsules, super greens, and I have the year on it, 23, which is when I did these back maybe in November or maybe it was December. I don't know. It was the end of the year last year. So I have these on hand. Now I will have these on hand, which are very similar looking to my garlic and my turmeric. So I will have to label these for sure so that I can keep up with them. And here is some colostrum. This is, y'all saw me right when Josie had her baby. No, guys, we did not take all of the baby's colostrum. She produces colostrum over days. The baby is with her 4 days, so we are only milking her once in the morning, and the colostrum that was in that milk is what we kept. Obviously, he's with her all day. He's gonna continue to nurse and get the rest of the colostrum. We just took a little bit, had freeze dried and put right over here in my cabinet, which where I keep all of our other health stuff. To go into smoothies, I will just take a bit of this and add into our smoothies when we make smoothies in the morning for breakfast. So I wanted to show y'all that. This is what I did several weeks ago when she had her baby. And again, using the freeze dryer, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And I have a lot more powder to go, so I will catch y'all after a while. I am labeling my container. The rest of the powder is going to go into a quart jar that we're going to put up, and if I need to make any more capsules, I will do it at that time, kind of like with the super greens, because I have to get out of these funky clothes and get dressed like my man. Well, he's kind of dressed. He's going to a dance tonight with his
girlfriend.
Her name is Annabelle. She's a sweet girl, but she goes to school, and you guys know we homeschool, so this is a little out of our ordinary, but he's going to the winter formal tonight, and I have to get my mess cleaned up so I can get dressed. Now, her mom is going to be taking them from place to place. They have a pictures in a little while. She's got a dress, he's got a suit, and they're gonna go eat after, and then her mom is gonna take them over to the dance, and I guess they're gonna dance. Are you gonna dance?
I'm gonna dance.
Let's show us your moves. So we're visiting gear up for that too. A couple of more things that we'll be doing to wind up our day. This was like one of those things that we just needed to get done, was re-get our firewood stacked up because it is pretty cool outside, but we are a day away from the Arctic blast coming in, and we're still keeping a super close eye on Gus because every day, obviously, she's getting closer, and we don't want her to have the baby in the cold, but if she does, of course, we have our plan. We had the stanchion part, moving some hay in, putting a heat lamp on them, and we'll see how that goes. We'll keep y'all posted, and we're going to call it a wrap on that for today, so God bless and happy homesteading, y'all.